Okay, Aaliyah, I'm going to a service for one of your uncles. It's been a long time since we've seen each other, since your mom said I'd come down and get you and bring you back up to the new house that I bought in Tacoma. And then I refused to answer any questions to your mother about the house. By the time I got down there, she refused to let you come with me. If you remember correctly, I ended up getting arrested by the police. Your mom wouldn't let you come with me. I don't know why your mother is the way that she is. I just know that she is that way. I say it has everything to do with her father, Leandrew, or Leandre, whatever they call him. He was a real asshole. He, to put it simply, back when your mom was a little girl and Almeda and your mom were staying in the house. Almeda was a little bit older than your mom, but still, she was a little girl too. Josette's dad, from what Josette told me, would go into Almeda's room at nighttime, and she would hear funny noises. She concluded what those noises were as she got older. I believe that Leandre went into Josette's room at nighttime too. That's my firm opinion. And I do know that he did go into Almeida's room at nighttime. I would see how Leandre would look at his older daughter. And the relationship between your mom and her dad was very volatile. Even to the point where your mom paid one of her ex boyfriends one of her boyfriends at the time. I know who he is. $1,200 to kill her own dad. Of course, Leandre found out about it. And ever since then, even before then, it's just been volatile. I've seen Leandre pick up a rock and get ready to crown Josette. Big rock, too. And even at the time, me and your mom were on bad terms. But that's not to say I was going to let anything happen to her. No. The humanity in me wouldn't allow anything to happen to Josette. Even when she was doing some of the darndest things, Aaliyah. She would let her dad and her mom drive around drunk with you in the car, in a car seat, not strapped to the car seat, in the car seat not even strapped to in the car. Almeda, court documents will show this, left you in a car at a very young age, not strapped into the car, and the car seat not strapped to the car itself. At nighttime while you were sleeping and the doors were unlocked. The police were called. Now Almeda had them call Josette. I was but maybe all of a mile away. And your mother was 3 or 4 miles away at work. I wasn't doing nothing but sitting at the house waiting for you to come home. Believe me, if I'd have got there, I'd have went right through the back end of the police car, got my hand around Almeda, and choked the life out of her. Almeda's husband, I call him a little punk bitch, because that's what he is. would drive around drunk with you as well. And I didn't find out till later. Same thing, not strapped into the car seat not strapped to the car. All this came to a head at some point in time. But the day that I went to jail to come and get you, to bring you over, to have time with you, to pick you up and bring you home like I always do, was that day at the elementary school. Not too long after you ended up getting into a fight, and your mother called me because she was going to school and she didn't want to deal with it, as she told me. So I came. Where was I? I was in Seattle at that time. I came across the mountains flying. Even got pulled over by the police and everything. I had to have the police call a sheriff officer over in Grant County and let them know, hey man, King's just coming over to see his daughter because the daughter ended up getting into a fight. I wasn't too much worried about your mom not going to go see you. That's just typical Josette. She didn't want to deal with you at the time. She had school to deal with. I left work mad as hell, trying to figure out word if you was okay or not. And mad as hell that Josette didn't want to. And Josette was only maybe a mile away from you. Took me about 3 hours. It was a 3.5 hour trip, but it took me about 2.5 to get there. But I got there. I took you out of school. And the day that I came down and I got arrested in front of your school people had an issue with me on that day that I took you out of school because of that fight that you had at school. They said I didn't sign you out, so they weren't going to let me, and we have an issue with that. I'll explain that entire thing to you later. Although, believe me, your mother uses every bit of that to her advantage. So I'm here to let you know I'm doing everything I can for you and your other 3 sisters to have a future. Because I understand how hard it is for you how hard it is going to be for you as a woman. Even how hard it is for you now. You're 14. You're 2005, you'll be 20. No, 2005, you'll be 15 because you were born. No, 2025, you'll be 15 because you were born in 2005. No, in 2025, you'll be 20 years old. So right now, you're 15. You'll be going on 16. So I just needed you to know I'm doing everything I can to reach out to your mom. She's not hearing it due to her anger growing up as a child with her father. And I keep telling her the world needs more of an Essie Mae and less of a Leandre. And she hates it, although it's true. I hope Essie Mae is doing good and still around. I can't be angry anymore with your mother. She is who she is. That's just that. You, I hope, learned from the mistakes that your mother and I made so that you don't have to tolerate or deal with this when you get older. And I will explain everything to you. If not, this YouTube channel I have, Dad's Daughter, it's all yours. It's going to explain everything. So, don't forget it. I'll keep updating this as my daily routine. so that you can know me and understand me. And I can let you know what I'm going through. So you know you have a sister, and you're the oldest of the four in Kennewick. You also have another sister under her named Empress Supreme Kiyoshi King in Portland. And another sister, the last one of the four, her name is Brooklyn. She was born in Atlanta, Georgia. Her mother is Shannon. Kiyoshi's the mother of the third child. And unfortunately, Leticia is the mother of Lakatiana. So, right now I'm heading over to this memorial service. It's something. It is something. So, hopefully we get to talk later. Hopefully. I plan on being there for your graduation at minimum. If I can find you.